In 36 hours, my team built a project that won HackHarvard. Here's how we did it, and here's what you can take away from it. Okay, so why did I even go to HackHarvard in the first place? I went to HackHarvard because I'd never done a hackathon before. I've never seen Harvard or MIT or Boston, so I wanted to check out the area. And more importantly, I thought that if I wanted to be a huge W for my resume, and that it would really separate me from the crowd when applying to internships, meeting new people, building connections, building network, etc., etc. Overall, I did achieve my goal. I won HackHarvard. It was a little delusional to think this because I'd never done a hackathon before. My main basis for this was thinking that, well, first off, I truly believed I could do it. But second of all, too, I've been coding since I was 11. I have a lot of experience. I've done a ton of projects before. And more importantly, my team was amazing. So in the whole process of formulating a team, I initially applied to some friends from my school, but they unfortunately did not get accepted in. So I was the only person from my school who got put into HackHarvard. However, we were able to meet people on Discord and follow up there. And ultimately, I had some offers to around like 8 different teams, but I was really deciding between these 2 teams, a team from Mexico and then a team from MIT. And the MIT team was just all MIT kids. They were all CS, but they didn't really have a lot of experience. They didn't have any projects or anything like that. While the Mexico team had one of them had won 11 hackathons before. I forget how many the other person had won. And they were into robotics. I'm into robotics, and they just seemed like great people to be with. So ultimately, I went with them, and it was a great decision because they knew a ton about hackathons. I learned a lot from them, and I'm about to share that stuff with you. So the idea we landed on was a project called Theft Watch. Theft Watch is a program that basically detects shoplifting and then goes and sends it to a dashboard for a store or a company or wherever to analyze the footage and get data on it. And we decided on this for a few different reasons. A, this is a real world problem, and you should take note of these because this is gonna be really important for when you do your hackathons. It's a real world problem. It's easy to understand the problem. Everyone knows it. Everyone can simply understand the solution because you're like, obviously, if you have a program that can detect shoplifting, it's pretty straightforward what it is, right? For instance, as an anti-example to this, there was a project that we thought would maybe beat us because it was a really cool project. They gamified cybersecurity. Specifically what they did was they applied a ranking system and a leveling up system to users on the Wi-Fi network. So the more you use the Wi-Fi network, the more bandwidth and access to the Wi-Fi network you get. And basically the whole point of it was to prevent people from just joining a network and completely overloading it and crashing the network. And we thought this was going to beat us, quite honestly, because they did the presentation really well. But their problem was quite abstract. Their solution was even more abstract, and it didn't resonate well with the judges. So when you're choosing a project, keep in mind of the judges. Something else too is our project was interactive. I made an interactive demo where the judges could we had a little setup where they could go steal an object and then see in real time the model saying, "This dangerous activity detected, like we believe you're stealing." And the other team did not have anything interactive. So when you're doing your presentation, have something interactive. And also to your presentation is super important, but we'll touch on this later. Yeah, so once we decided what project we were going to do, we decided to write out a plan. I'll show an image of the screen of the actual paper we wrote out, describing exactly what we wanted, who's going to do what, et cetera, et cetera. And I thought this was really important and was a key part of the reason why we, completed our project super quickly and had very little hiccups and all that, because we knew exactly what we were doing in the general time frame in order in which things needed to happen. So it really provided clarity to us and enabled us to work well as a team. My specific role was doing the actual shoplifting detections, all the machine learning and computer vision stuff associated with that. And because that was the main core part of the project, from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., so 9 hours, for the first 9 hours of the competition, I was just dedicated just to working on that while everyone else slept. And then when I woke up, and when I went to bed and woke up, they already had so much of their stuff done. So it worked out really, really well. It was a beautiful collaboration. And something else too is, playing to each other's strengths, right? Like when we were formulating teams, or when they were formulating teams, actually, they were looking for specific people with specific qualities because they had an idea of what they wanted to do, right? They wanted to be an AI project. They wanted to be interactive. They wanted to be somewhat computer vision based or something like that. So when they found me, I had all these things listed out in my profile. So just make sure also when you're formulating a team that you have specific qualities in mind. in regards to, the grind of hackathons and sleeping and all of that, kind of already touched on it a little bit. The first night, I stayed up till 5 a.m. just working on it by myself. But honestly, though, our project went really, really smooth. I kind of attribute it to me getting the core part of the project done really early on. B, the team doing an amazing job with their parts and getting that all handled in the second day. And C, our plan and just us executing it really, really well. Although we completed our project on time and we did the execution and everything really well, we thought we'd be done by midnight that following night. But instead we ended up staying up the entire night, and we each slept like an hour. And the reason why we did this was because we wanted to spend a lot of time on the presentation, because we knew we had a really good shot at winning with our project because it was really good, while a lot of other teams weren't even done with theirs. So we wanted to spend a great amount of time creating a great dev post, creating a great YouTube video, and having an amazing presentation. And overall, this really paid off. Honestly, your presentation is almost just as important as your project, in my opinion, because if you present your project poorly to the judges and you can't explain it well, you're not concise with information, and it's not relatable in any way, the judges aren't going to like it. It's not going to resonate, no matter how cool your project is. I'm going to show a quick video of us winning real quick, and I'll go into what I felt like winning and the results of winning.
Our first track is Smart Cities, and they will be winning. That was clutch. An Amazon Echo Show 8. So drum roll, please. And the winner is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, amazing.
So winning was a great feeling, as you can see in the video. We were all very excited about it. Honestly, for me, though, it was more of a relief rather than like an excitement or joy, because I was just glad that I won this, that I didn't lose, more so. Because I told people I was going to win this before I left. It's my first ever hackathon, my only hackathon still. I'll touch on that in a second. And we put in work, I flew out there and everything. So between the whole time commitment, financial commitment, I really wanted to win this, and it was just relief that we did. Now, the judges loved our project. They told us this in the presentation. Another piece of advice I want to give out real quick is to build a relationship with the judges when you're doing this, right? So although we weren't really able to do this at HackHarvard because we couldn't meet a lot of the judges beforehand, like when we were developing a project and whatnot, at other hackathons, you can meet the judges beforehand, and we highly recommend this. This is a piece of advice Jocelyn gave out, and like I said, she's won tons of hackathons before, and she actually works now for the Hackathon League. So take this advice to heart. So when you're creating your project, right, go up to the judges, ask for their advice, get help on the project, and just talk with them in general about their interests, your interests. Just talk about normal things. Really just build some sort of a connection with these judges, so that way when it comes to judging time, they're already familiar with you, your project, who you are as a person, really. And then also too, they're gonna be more biased towards you in favor of you, assuming that you do a good job of connecting with them and they actually like you and all of that. In regards to the opportunities that came out from winning HackHarvard, so it's definitely a huge W on my resume, and it definitely boosts my legitimacy, because even though I've had a sweet internship before and I've done some research and I've been coding since 11, I have a whole bunch of projects, it's just like a huge quantifiable measurement, because even people who don't understand the tech world that well, or like coding or anything like that, they see as Harvard and HackHarvard, basically. And if I explain them what hackathon is, like they're like, wow, this is Harvard's international coding competition, you won that. That seems really, really impressive. So to normal people, seems really impressive. To the tech world, it's still a notable achievement. And I did actually get a startup offer from one of the judges. Actually, our whole team did. I didn't, actually none of us took it because we weren't particularly interested in it. And also too, I didn't have an iPhone or a Mac at the time. So, well, I don't have a Mac still, but I just got an iPhone. This is what I'm recording on now. But yeah, we didn't accept that offer. And in general, it's led to an increase of opportunities later on in life, like when you're applying to internships or doing whatever else you do. Also at the actual hackathon, they will have company boost stations where you can apply for internships, and that can really boost yourself. Okay, so overall takeaway and advice for the video, just to recap: build a relationship with the judges. have a project that is easy to understand, and you can concisely explain it. Have the project be interactive. Try to have the project use AI in some way and have the problem be like a real world problem. On top of this, make sure when you're choosing teams to already have an idea of what kind of project you want. So find the qualities that you need to fill in someone else, right? So if you need someone who's good at computer vision, find someone that's good at computer vision, right? Logically makes sense. Choose your team well, it's the most important thing. And more importantly, and in my opinion, the most important thing, besides planning, is just truly believe that you actually have a shot at winning. That's the most important thing. Now, also too, in regards to whether I'm going to do another hackathon or not, if I do other hackathons, I'm either going to do like Hack MIT or Hack Stanford. And actually, it's funny because I just want to quickly touch on this. The 2025 team for Hack Stanford or Tree Hacks, whatever you want to call it, stole our project idea. So screw you, dude. Because we even contacted him and he responded to every single message except ours. So he stole our project, but you know, whatever, we'll let that be. But anyways, I hope you guys found this video informative. If you guys have any thoughts or advice, or you really just hate my advice, leave a comment down below, like the video, and take care.